Welcome to the fourth Fnaflike Devlog. I'm going to try and make this one shorter than the last one. This is actually a re-recording because the last one ended up over 10 minutes. I've got a bunch of stuff to show off. I did do a quick re-review of the devlog, of the last devlog I did, and just to make sure I've got an idea of what I need to talk about. So, first thing I've got on my notes is that I removed the withered animatronics from being able to enter the office. So, withered Bonnie used to go here, withered Chica used to go here. It was just too complicated. It just didn't quite work out. Or it would be too difficult for the player to really handle. So I decided to keep it so it's like the door and vent thing are so like out of the way and important for these particular animatronics that a withered animatronic blocking it can be really annoying for the player, and it just can be really confusing. So I just decided we don't need it. But aside from that change based on me watching the last devlog, I have added not one, not two, but five new animatronics, going from 7 to 12, meaning I've only got three more to go after this. A lot of these guys were actually quite simple to put together, but a few of them did require me essentially changing systems I already had in place to improve them, to have them support some new functionality. Anyway, first one, Withered Foxy. Behaves just like the other Withered animatronics, except they have only one place they can go, which is this little node here at the end of the hallway in front of the player. So to flash them away, just like the Withers, you flash them for a quarter of a second, and he goes back to backstage. Because he has a guaranteed place he'll move, he has actually got an AI in 25 chance to move, just to add some variance. Next I have on my list is the Puppet. Puppet received mass, like sweeping changes compared to the original game. Original game, the Puppet was the most annoying resource management you've ever seen, where you have to deal with the Puppet, wind the music box, or else you're just dead and you've got no leeway. And it's pretty much the only function in the cameras. Of course, I've added new functions to the cameras, that being like these wither animatronics and some various other animatronics that have more functionality in the cameras. But I've changed the puppet anyway because the original design was terrible. New design that I've got is, I think it's a bit better. It still has some flaws, some of the same original flaws, but I think it behaves better. So how it works, if we just quickly go in game, look, there's the puppet. You can wind up the music box. You can wind it up faster than it winds down. This is probably not the final winding timer, but that's just the way I've set it for now. This music box, as you've probably guessed from the last devlog, is actually responsible for keeping every animatronic a bit calmer. So while the music box is active, every animatronic gets their movement opportunities every 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, 5 seconds. But if the music box is unwound, then it's 4 seconds. Ugh, sorry. So you want to keep it wound, but you're not completely screwed immediately if it becomes unwound. If you if you can find it in time and start winding it again, it'll immediately be wound and start playing its music. And you want to keep it wound, of course, but the punishment for it unwinding completely is not certain death, but instead incredibly likely death. The next animatronic I've added is Endo02, who is a secret animatronic from the original game, who kind of didn't do anything except appear in the prize corner when the puppet left, and sort of appear in one of the vents as well, but didn't attack you and didn't really do anything. Basically, didn't even exist. But in this game, he does exist, and he's a genuine threat, although he's not a lethal animatronic. He, taking inspiration from the original game, follows the puppet basically. Whenever the puppet leaves a room, the Endo 2 has a chance to spawn in that room. It's AI and 20 chance to spawn in that same room where the puppet was. Uh, if you go to that room and you flash him for an instant, he'll go away uh, back to where he came from, which is the safe room. But if you don't find him in time, and in time would be about, well, two movement cycles, two successful movements. So, well, yeah, it depends on AI. But if you don't get to him in time, he will come into your office right here. And when he appears in your office, he will steal your mask, meaning you cannot defend yourself against anything that requires you to have a mask, which would be the toy animatronics. So basically, you're gonna die. He doesn't kill you directly. He does kill you indirectly. Though, if it's at the end of the night, it's good. There is a chance that maybe, just maybe, you'll live. But maybe don't count on that. But yeah, you want to basically make sure he's gone. He's very easy to get rid of once he appears. You just need to make sure you remember where the puppet last was whenever they move. Simple enough. Last animatronics that were added were basically two of the same animatronic. It is Balloon Boy and JJ, acronym unknown to me. They behave similar to the withered animatronics and I guess the puppet and stuff like that, where they move to a random room. There's a few designated rooms that they can go to. I'll probably be changing them over time based on like balance related reasons because of some potential problems that they can cause. Because they go there, Balloon Boy moves every fourth successful movement, and JJ moves every third successful movement. And they only exist in rooms for one cycle, so about 5 seconds. So Balloon Boy will wait in here for 4 cycles, then he'll come here for one cycle, and then he'll immediately come back and then wait another 4 cycles to move to, say, over here. There's a reason why they are very slow to move and leave very quickly. One, there's not a whole lot of player agency, which I'm just realizing now, which can be a problem. You can't get rid of them. They will move on their own. And two, what they do is basically they disable a camera function temporarily for as long as that they're in that room. Balloon Boy will disable the camera flash, so you can't use your flashlight on that camera. So I'm gonna try and avoid. I'm gonna try and put them in rooms that aren't super dense with withered animatronics, or else you might just die. So this room's a good example. There's only one here. There's only one here. There's only one here. This shouldn't put them in here, considering 3 of the withered animatronics can spawn here. Could go here, except that's Mangle, so let's not do that. Here, maybe not, but that's where they are. But anyway, yeah, Balloon Boy disables the camera's flash. JJ disables the camera's video. Yeah. So those are the 5 animatronics I've added. Uh, as I expected, and as I said, I think development became a lot quicker, became a lot easier to make new animatronics after I made those changes to how the system works. So even though like the difference between Devlog like 2 and 3 was pretty marginal, right? Or visually it didn't seem like there was that much of a change because it was like, oh, I added one animatronic and they weren't even that particularly complicated. I made them the same day I did the devlog. But now because I've made all of those changes, I was able to put together 5 new animatronics. I've already got my plans for the remaining 3 to essentially have all of the animatronics done, and then I just got a bit more stuff to do to get the game in a more functional state. Um, but yeah, so on top of that, oh man, it's gone 10 minutes already anyway. That's fine. I think this one's a bit better. But yeah, on top of all the new animatronics, I did make a few more changes to the systems, like the navigation nodes and the flashlight and stuff like that, just to support these other animatronics. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, or whatever I said at the end of the last devlog.